Who are we really? Are we the love we express or the crimes we commit? How closely does injustice have to come to us before we act? And what should be our attitude as we stand up for those who need our support? It's easy to be swayed by the media and the ways that the talking heads on the news select their words to describe world events. Most don't have an insidious agenda. They're just trying to get you to keep watching for ad revenue. For most media outlets, it's about money less than it's about manipulation of your mind. Depending on the media outlet, of course. And it's okay to take that in, but don't be swayed by it. It's good to remain current, but remember that it's other people's opinions about reality with which you're remaining current, not necessarily objective reality. So try to be a little humble in considering whether or not you truly understand a given situation. On February 4th, we celebrate civil rights icon Rosa Parks' birthday. For the past few years, I've been working on an effort with the State House here in Massachusetts to make February 4th Rosa Parks Day in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Keep your fingers crossed, as that takes its long, slow journey through the various committees. I'm reminded of that old schoolhouse rock song, "I'm Just a Bill." But the point of doing this is because it's a constructive action for a white man to take, frankly, creating an opportunity for Black history to be made more prominent and allowing others more knowledgeable than I to then take charge of the conversation. It's about building a table and welcoming people to it, so that free dialogue and understanding have an opportunity to occur without restraint. Find ways to encourage dialogue. Find ways to retain your humility when thinking you know all about a situation. Because if it's someone else's story, unless you really listen to them, you have no idea. And according to a quote often attributed to Abraham Lincoln, it is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak up and remove all doubt.
May this light illuminate all that remains to be seen, all that retains its hold on the darkness, all that hides from our view. We pronounce our courage in the face of the unknown. We hold it forward as a flame, a spark. Divine it is and shall remain so. The spark of our ancestors lives within us, and we shall honor it always.
It seems nearly every social group has a way of marginalizing each other. People are made to feel as if they don't have a right to exist, much less belong. There's so much fear of one another in the world. We are forever glancing over our shoulders. Yet we must acknowledge we have been manipulated to feel this way. It's not natural to us. It's natural to recognize difference, of course, but not fear it. The system of all life is designed to flourish in the presence of diversity. Just ask a gene pool. Some are told where to stand on an issue. Some are told where to sit on the bus. We are all told whom to fear and why. There is no group immune to this experience. The elite, too, fall victim to their own propaganda, even when they know they wrote the narrative themselves. To them, the lie becomes more real each time it's told. The trick to standing up to this oppression is to recognize it for what it is, and then calmly not stand for it. A peaceful protest is not fought on its feet. It sits. It remains steadfast and calm, strategic. It does not recognize the authority which tries to bait it into a standing fight. It calmly walks across the bridge it has been told, without merit, is forbidden to them. It does not engage the beast. That only makes it stronger. There is an important lesson in this. Look to history for yourself. Note the successes of human rights campaigns when they chose to sit down as a way of fighting back. When they've decided not to stand for it anymore, the truest leaders sit. Spiritual practices agree with this method of deliberate transformation. When we spend all of our energy pushing against something, we fall over the minute it stops pushing back. Stop pushing. Sit down. Seek a state of calm resplendence. Behave as if they know that they know you are in the right. They'll fall over from the sudden withdrawal of your resistance. Black American civil rights icon Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on the bus to a white man on December 1st, 1955 in Montgomery, Alabama. She was not the first person of color to resist segregation in this way, but her arrest struck a chord and launched a bus boycott which lasted for over a year. Almost immediately, she became an international icon of civil rights. Behind this moment stood a particular history with buses for Rosa. As a child, she was forced to walk to school because the buses were only for white children. Black children had to walk. She said that seeing the bus go by every day was one of the things which first brought her to realize there were two different worlds, one white, one black. It's perhaps no surprise her stand would eventually be taken while sitting on a bus. She did not fight. She did not commence battle. She simply refused to stand for it anymore and behaved as though it was her right to sit exactly where she was. Gandhi fought imperialism in India by simply making salt. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. chose to walk across a bridge rather than burn it, even when those he most respected told him he was mad. The face of non-resistance is not a passive one. It's defiant, but calm. Afraid, of course, but fear is not in charge. Non-resistance is resolute and principled in its determination to manifest real and lasting transformation in the world. It sees what's real and moves to align its surroundings with that truth. It doesn't need to do battle. because it's already won. Remember this when it comes time to choosing between fighting fire with fire or remaining calm and focused on the goal. An ideological foe has few weapons effective against a calm and determined opponent. They need your rage to function. Deny them the fuel of your anger. If you are truly in the right, the truth will be revealed with time and tenacity. If you're wrong, remaining calm will help you discover it sooner. It happens to us all. Don't be afraid to learn you've been wrong. It's the only thing which has ever nudged humanity forward. Truth is freedom for all of us. If we maintain the grace to allow our opponents their dignity, the reconciliation process runs more smoothly. Give them no ammunition to keep fighting you back. This is as true for civil rights as everything else. Even a frightened animal will more likely come to you if you calmly sit on the ground and patiently wait for them to realize you're not as scary as they were once very carefully taught.
Be at ease now and breathe. As you exhale, imagine blowing on a child's pinwheel, spinning it into life with your exhalation, sparkling in the sun as it spins, creating rotation, creating movement, generating power, instigating a spiral symbolizing eternity. Picture now the rotation of the earth, moving through space as it spins so that any trail left behind would be that of a spiral. All forward movement, all history, all reality is not a cycle, but a spiral. No history truly repeats itself, for it cannot forget its own past as each new moment arrives. It cannot forget what it has learned. It cannot fail to grow with each test. Now, picture the spiral of our galaxy. Spirals within spirals, corkscrewing their way like trillions of strands of DNA through space and time. Picture now this same spiraling movement within you. Picture it like a turbine, generating energy, generating electricity, generating power within. Quietly but strongly, powerful yet laden with wisdom and purpose. Acknowledging the power resulting from that spin, from the spinning within spinning that occurs all around us and across the breadth of our galaxy. There is power within us. Plug into it. Be open to it. Even not knowing what power it is we ask for, may we receive it with wisdom. May we utilize it with grace. Take one final breath, and with your new power, return.